Don't forget, like and subscribe. Right around here. Bigger, Poirier's bigger. Poirier hits harder than he did at the lighter weight class. And what proves that is how he beat Gagey. Dude hits hard. But McGregor hits so long, so accurate. And I think Poirier needs those hooking strikes to really get the damage. You see him testing that distance, and you see how he's just snapping back slightly. One thing we've talked about in other cases is where people over-exaggerate their defensive motions, and we're not going to see McGregor do that. Oof, and there it is. And let's look at that moment there, right? And that's what it is. This is what I mean by McGregor doesn't exaggerate it. Look how he barely gets out of the way there. Look at that. He doesn't exaggerate his defensive motion. Look, he's looking for the range. Look, he's not there. He feels him coming forward. Watch how he's going to sit back slightly. Right? He doesn't lean back too far in that back leg. Right? And that's a big key. He leans back, but not like we see some people lean their head past their feet and past their hip line. That makes it very hard to return to a solid straight left over. And then we see, look, right over there. Because his hip's already turned. He leans back. Look, he's already turning the hip. He's already catching Eddie Alvarez on the way in. Even though Alvarez is kind of overcrowding himself, and McGregor's right over the... Again, because McGregor is kind of controlling this distance that's a little too long for both of them. Right? He's waiting for Alvarez to commit. And you can see him right there just trying to catch Alvarez at the end of that jab. What allows him to spar more than the average fighter on a stand-up level, right? He gets to spar on the stand-up more than most people because he's so solid in his defensive options. Because he's so good at making people miss. That's another example right there. Look, Alvarez throws 2 shots, and you see him slide slightly. 1. He goes in for another. Alvarez, he slides back again. Alvarez pumps that right hand twice. Both times just barely miss. Ends up falling off a little bit. You know what it is? It's when Alvarez backs up a little bit too much. You see Conor throw that kick, and there's that left hand again. The length on it is insane. Look how far he is here. He catches it once, so now he knows. So look, he catches it once. Watch how he slides in a little deeper, and you can watch it on the foot here. Let's bring this up. No, right here. Bring this up. Yeah. Where's the button? There we go. Interact. Watch McGregor's foot as he's going to exchange this right here. So watch this line right here. All right, so McGregor's jab. Look how far he is from it. He's quite out of range. He knows he is. He's going to step in a little bit. Look how his foot just passes that line, hits in. Yo, what's up, brother? How's everything going? I've just been thinking about this match for like freaking days. Just the way McGregor steps into that. Look how he maintains that. Look at the check, the miss, and then his foot goes past. Oh, foot's on the line. There's the miss, and now watch it. Look at that little extra step past that line, man. And that's why I think no matter what, Poirier is just going to have a real difference. Again, the checking with that front hand, looking for that straight left. We talk about stepping back is always a bad move. It is for most people. But watch how he steps back. Look how like slight that step back is. Boom. See, and this is what makes Conor much more successful than a lot of stand-up fighters. When Conor bobs back, he doesn't let his head past his hips, so his foot slides back too, and then he's able to turn his hips over and catch him with that straight left. And that's what messes people up that are also stand-up fighters. The way he's on his feet, there's definitely he's not really afraid of getting taken down. Oof. Okay, Alvarez fakes in 1-2. Look how I almost feel like he misses with this jab purposely. Because look, his foot's not going to move here. It's just going to, look at the way he turns his hip over and reaches Eddie. Eddie didn't think he was going to get hit here. I don't think Eddie thought Conor had the range on this. But look how Conor's able to slide in. I mean, he doesn't slide in. He turns his hip in And look, he hits him and then goes right through his head. You know what I mean? It's not like Conor had just barely clipped him. He goes right through Eddie's face. There's that first stun again, hands out. Blocking. See, one thing I do like about Conor, again, he is a counter fighter, but he's creating the opportunities to counter by his pressure. Whereas we see way too many counter fighters fighting on the back foot. McGregor is stepping forward, is trying to force the issue, and that's why I like his fights a lot. Like, he really, at this moment, he has Alvarez's distance completely called. Like, he knows exactly when he's going to throw, what range he's going to be at, how far he's got to slide back to make a miss. And you can see him opening up here. And Alvarez is like almost like punching McGregor in the shoulder there for a little bit. He just doesn't understand how McGregor is getting out of the way of all these shots and countering. Like that half inch that he slides out. Not only $100 million, like he opened a whiskey company. He's literally promoted. Oof, man, there's that perfect distance again. Look how he lowers him in. He leans slightly, like he steps in but leans slightly back. Look at that. And this is what I mean by he forces it. He leans in, one, slightly back here. And that's what I meant by he had Alvarez's distance done. Like, he knew exactly how far he could throw that punch. Slides right out of there. And look how he's already turning the hip over. Boom! Again, blast right there. He doesn't even see that coming. Eats another right hand up through the center. He's not looking at all. Another left hand over the top. And yeah, that's the end of it right there. He is done. Look at that one more time. Look how he's putting his head forward, trying to bait him in, and he does. And he's extending the hand. Like, he's extending the hand here to get Eddie to throw over his arm. And there's that slide back slightly, and then turns his hip over one. Sees it, brings the right hand up two. Makes him look away, and that checked his distance. Now he knows he could just, if he turns the hip over again, his left hand's going to find a home again. And boom, there he blasts him right behind the ear. Another short right uppercut there for good measure. And Herb Dean forced to stop the fight.